So in my last video, I finally hit Diamond for the first time, and I would love to tell you that since then I've been climbing ranks again, but in reality, I've played maybe 60 or 70 games by now, and by some miracle, I haven't gotten anywhere. I am, or was, hard stuck in Diamond 3. You know, I'd win a few matches and get so close to promoting, but then I lose all my elo again and repeat the cycle. I haven't demoted or anything, it's just that I haven't been able to climb out of low Diamond. A lot of people would call this elo hell, it's a very popular term, but I like to say that I finally hit my actual skill level, which is kind of nice, believe it or not, because it makes the game more fun to go up against equally skilled opponents. But with that being said, I did finally get out of Diamond 3, and this is the match that got me to Diamond 2, at last. So yeah, we start off by banning some of the least balanced characters in the game, such as Luna with her 12-second ult, Hela is broken, Hawkeye can one-shot anyone, and Hulk with the Iron Man team-up is just too strong as well. Also, our Spider-Man was being an asshole. He was trying to ban Doctor Strange, which is obviously the main of our teammate called A Strange Doctor. I've actually run into our Doctor Strange a few times while queuing. It seems like he might be stuck in Diamond 2, just like I am. But yeah, having our Spider-Man just trolling at the start is not a good look. People can be pretty toxic in this game, and it's not a good sign when they're being toxic before the game is even starting. But you know, what can you do about it? That's the risk you take when you queue with random people. I try not to let it affect me. I'm still going to try to win as best as I can. It's just not good for team morale, you know?
30 seconds before you attack. The battle starts in 5.
Also, our team has me, Cloak and Dagger, and a Jeff Landshark, which, believe it or not, is currently the two heroes with the supports with the lowest win rates in all of competitive. That's data from the official website. Also, I did not know Penny could throw her mines that far across the map. The worst part about fighting against the Groot on the enemy team is that they just block off your heals all the time. Our Strange died there because none of our heroes could even see him, unless we repositioned somewhere. But yeah, against the Groot, I basically expect that he'll block off all the best healing angles to stand on. But we still get the point here because we just killed their whole team. I guess the Spider-Man was actually doing work.
The area is under control.
I'm just doing chip damage here to farm my ult charge faster. And our Spider-Man says he's throwing in chat, which is always a good sign. But, I mean, come on, surely he wouldn't just run at them, their whole team, and just die by himself, right? There's no way he would do that. And this is what I call very subtle foreshadowing. So now we're down a player in this team fight for no reason. Their crew is doing really well at denying our healers from doing our job. He's putting down his walls to block our heals, and he's getting all the way up in our face to distract us from doing our job. What's hard about this map right now is that there's not much space for me as a healer to stand, to be able to heal my team, and also not, you know, get picked off by their DPS. Groot is blocking off the best place for me to stand, and I don't want to be in the low ground either around the point. But yeah, we lose that fight pretty badly, but we do have 4 ults here, so we should be able to make something happen. Losing that fight is probably fine, as long as we can take the point back using our ults here, since they did use ults to capture the points, and we still have ours. Spider-Man and Venom are off doing their own thing, which is fine, that's their job, as long as they don't die doing it. So their team's seeing the ults, and I did ult too as a response. It's a pretty common practice to trade support ults in this game, and I don't see a reason not to do it here. So here's a hard situation for a healer to be in. When your entire team needs you to heal them, and you only have yourself and your own limited abilities, what are you supposed to do? So I mean, you have to prioritize your targets here, see who is important to keep in this fight. A tank who is at 50% health still has more health than a DPS, the same percentage. So if everyone's hurt, usually my DPS or support is at a higher priority. But the nice thing about Cloak and Dagger is that you have multiple ways to heal people. So I don't know if you noticed this earlier, but what I did was I dropped the healing bubble down at our tank and Shark who were taking damage. And then I turned around and was like, okay, that's enough, I'll go heal our Namor who is trying to duel the Penny. So that way I'm actually healing multiple different groups of teammates at once. You know, spreading out my healing a little bit more evenly to keep everyone alive if possible.
Problem. But also I feel better.
Tell me why our Namor is being jumped on by half the team all by himself over there. Like, I cannot keep him alive during all of that. Also watch this closely. The Wolverine dive tackles Doctor Strange off the map, killing both of them. What a hero. If you're wondering why I didn't use my ult in that fight, it's because people were dying first by themselves, so our team was too split. If I use my ult and save just half of our team, but everyone else is dead and their team is all alive, then we're not going to get anything out of the ult, so it won't be worth it. But now that we're all respawning again, this is where I would look for a chance to ult. I was trying to save our Venom here, but he just dies anyways, and then I go off the point here. My ult actually killed their Bucky somehow, so you know, he must have already been low. But then their Groot hits a nasty ult here, keeps us all rooted, my ult runs out, and then I die. Maybe I should have disengaged sooner from that fight, even though my ult was still going on. I could have been able to live longer if I played around the fact that he had his ult. But Groot's ult is so dangerous for Cloak and Dagger, because my best escape is the Cloak's disappear ability, but I can't use that when I'm being rooted. So if I get hit by that ult, I have to put a bubble on myself and pray that I survive. Or you know, if I have ults, I can also counter ults, but I already used it there. So we do lose the first round, but not all hope is lost yet. We'll try again. Also, their Wolverine was being a problem to us. Strange doesn't have the best way of escaping Wolverine, and even Venom can be in danger if he has his abilities on cooldown. Honestly, I just think we should run 3 DPS against Wolverine. There's our Spider-Man doing a little bit of trash talking again.
Get ready.
Say, Doc, you never told me where you learned all those tricks.
It's called camartage. Not exactly on any brochure.
So you weren't bitten by a radioactive wizard?
I don't know the best way to counter Wolverine, but I think just having less tanks from the target could be good. It's the same reason why nobody plays GOATs, you know, all sports, all tanks in this meta, because Wolverine can just kill all of your tanks.
1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Yes.
We aren't even being dived or anything really, it's just that sometimes people die off by themselves, and that makes us lose a team fight. Also, our Shark switched to Rocket, which is probably a lot better at healing people, even when they have a Groot trying to block us, because his healing orb is balanced around the place. This first fight is important. It's like first impressions. If we lose this, team morale goes down really hard.
We are undefeatable!
Thankfully, their Bucky tries to ult our tank for some reason and dies for it. I don't know what he was thinking. Wolverine is harassing our tank again, being a little menace. I'll be honest, right now I am tunnel visioning way too much and trying to kill him. See, now my tank is almost dead and I didn't even realize. I think you only really go Cloak if your team is full health or mostly full health, and their team has people who are low. Because Cloak doesn't do enough damage to people who are being healed, or tank. Thankfully we get a pretty good ult here. So I think each team used around 3 ults in that fight. The thing is though, we used our ults, all 3 ults, around the same time, and they used theirs very spaced out. Not in a good way to secure any kills. And you know, it's so easy to be nice in this game. Like, you see how our Strange just said GJ in the chat there, good job. It's such a small thing, but you know, it helps. Keep up the team morale, you know? If you can just make one of your teammates less tilted, that'll go a long way towards winning the game. Also, Groot is throwing down all these walls again to really mess up my healing. And I get hit by his ult again. I think I was staying a little too close to our front line. Whenever Groot has ult, I should be standing far back from anyone else, so I don't get caught in it. But yeah, I was positioned poorly, and so we lose the fight.
We are undefeatable! Control lost! I'm your store help, remember?
Good, good, good. Also, when Bucky hits his ult, kills one of your teammates, and you know you're the last squishy alive on the field, it's actually kind of scary. Thankfully, I do dodge his ult though while jumping off high ground. Also, look at the Groot walls here. His whole plan here is to isolate our tank, keep him by himself so he can just have his team focus him. The problem here is that his team wasn't actually focusing on tank, otherwise our Strange would probably be dead. And he hits a huge ult here. I don't want to use my ult just yet because no one on my team looks like they're dying. Our Strange gets kidnapped into the deepest depths of hell. So, you know, goodbye Strange. But believe it or not, that might have actually helped us win this fight because the Wolverine and Groot both went down. We only lost to one tank. So they were out of the fight for a while. If the Groot stayed up here and let the Wolverine deal with the Strange himself, I think they would have been in a better spot. I think we used too many ults here. We don't really need Punisher and Raccoon ult. We already won the fights. But I guess it did secure 2 kills, so, you know, it's whatever. It's good practice to check the scoreboard every now and then to see if they swap their heroes out. And I like to plan ahead of time what I'll be using my ults for. Like, for example, I'm going to use my ults if either they're Groot's, Punisher, or Bucky ults and will need the healing. So if they're Groot ults here, and I ult to save our Namor from dying. If I don't ult here, our Namor dies, guaranteed. And this also buys time for us to wait out their Mantis ult. Okay, I'm tempted to chase after their support here. She's so low, but then I'd be letting my team die here for no reason. Also, I think the Punisher messed up using his ults. His team is completely dead, our team is all alive, there's no way his ult does anything. I think he should have either saved it for more teammates to come back to the points and respawn, even though I know they're running out of time. Or better yet, just save it for the next round, because ult charges do carry over in this game mode. It's not like Payload where you have to use your ults in overtime, otherwise you're literally throwing. I think on that map, their Groot is not able to block off my healing nearly as well as on the first map, so it makes it a lot easier for me to still do my job well.
Same with me.
He can try to block off my healing, but I just have so much more space to work with, and I even have high ground to stand on. Also, I guess our Spidey switched off to Star-Lord, which is important in this elo. You want to swap your heroes out if they aren't working out. If you lose a team up, or you just keep dying too much, or you just can't get any kills, definitely at least try swapping instead of just ramming your head into the wall with the same hero over and over again. Especially with DPS, you just have so many options. Like, if their Iron Man is destroying your team, don't keep playing Magic. Go to like Hela or Hawkeye, Punisher or something.
Battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1! All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
And you should already know this, but unless you're a flanker, always move out, roll out with your team. You don't want to roll out by yourself and run into a 1v6. I'm trying to play around this corner here so I don't die to the turret. Their turret gets destroyed though, so I can come out of hiding. I'm trying to like split my heals evenly between all of these 3 people. Listen closely here. So I hear our Star-Lord ult here. My immediate priority is to focus heals on him. I do not care about our tank anymore. I keep him alive here and he kills both their supports. Which is great, but I do die for it because I wasn't able to heal him without putting myself in danger. When he started his ult, he was behind the wall for me, so I had to rotate around to get him. I think it's still a fair trade, but maybe I could have played a little bit more safer there. I don't like dying at this character because it takes me so long to walk back from spawn, unlike a Luna or a Mantis. But our team won the fight, so they don't need me back there immediately.
You owe me one.
So their team lost the fight, and now they're trickling in 1 by 1 or 2 by 2. makes it really easy for us to pick them off again.
Thanks.
Like, why is this Groot walk down the point by himself? Our whole team is alive, he shouldn't be doing that.
Just embrace the light.
So our punish rolls here, I want to keep him alive, but we do get rooted here. The good thing is he is immune to stuns during his ult, so he can just kill them while we're all rooted here.
Half of the mission area.
Also, there was a single person from their team who was standing on our point trying to capture it by himself. The Bucky did kill our rocket on the point too, portaling, but then he dies for it, and he doesn't get the points. So they stacked their support ults here, which I think is a big mistake. This is pretty bad because my ult is already down. I can't protect myself against their Stellar at all. Thankfully our Namor kills him, so we're fine. Our Strange does die here, but he killed both of their supports earlier, so he did his job.
My time to shine. You got them all.
So we win the fight. I think if they spread out their Cloak and Dagger and Mantis ults there, they would have had a much better chance. Yeah, and just like that, we came back from a first round loss. Their Groot shut me down the first round hard, but then he fell off. We also swapped the 3 DPS, and we lost our Spider-Man for Star-Lord, so the Wolverine wasn't doing nearly as well anymore.
Victory.
This is why you change up your team comps after you lose a round. And a nice little MVP to cap it off. You know, it really feels like I got out of Diamond 3 by just getting good. Finally, man. Finally moving up after like 70 games in this rank. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something from this video.